This one is image, this is graph, and this one is second graph. Okay, it can be any. Now I want to convert this graph in digital format. Digital format means I want to digitize it in form of xy coordinate. Any graph you can take. Okay, for example, simulation graph results. Many times in research papers, some graphs are given. For example, this graph, this particular graph is given. In this particular graph, so in research papers, in thesis, we generally see such type of graphs. Now I want to use values of this particular graph. I want to see, I want to verify whether this graph is accurate or not. If my research work is related to this type of work and this graph is available in some particular research paper, I want to see which are the values xy coordinate. Okay, so x is number of nodes, y is time taken. I want to convert it in a tabular format. You might have seen many times in research papers, in thesis, tables are not given. If tables are given, graph is not specified. If graph is given, then table is not given. Okay, sometimes we face this problem. For example, in some paper, this output is given, but rather than only this particular output, I want to see this data table. I want to convert this graph to Excel sheet so that I can match my results. If my results are matching, then we can move ahead. I think you might be understanding what I'm going to cover. Digitization of graph. In same way, for example, this particular graph. Okay, so this is graph. If in a research paper this graph we have seen, it is fine. For example, this work is related to my research work, but I want to verify my values with these values, but we are not having these values. How to get xy coordinate? So what we have to do, I my problem statement is, or my work is to convert this graph in digital format. For that, there are lots of online tools available, lots of free and open source tools available. So it's up to you whether you want to use free and open source tools or you want to use online tool. Online tool is better. Okay, why online tools are better? Because no need to install anything, no need to download anything. Otherwise, first of all, we will download whether it is compatible for Windows 10 or not, Windows 8 or not. Rather than that, what we can do, we can take online web digitizer. So this is very effective tool, Stary Data Digitizer from Stary Data launch app. You can see that swiftly extract values from graph images. No need to install anything. Okay, no need to install, no need to download, no need to troubleshoot. Whether you are working on mobile phone or you are working on desktop, you can work. Okay, otherwise we have to see whether it is compatible with our system or not. Now you can see this particular graph. Okay, okay, this is sample graph. For example, from this particular sample graph, we want to extract some particular values. Okay, so you can see that on click of run, at we will be able to receive the values. Okay, so you can see that this one, so I'm showing you here this one at this particular point. So these values are converted to xy coordinate. I want to see this particular value. Okay, this one, on click of this, so these are xy coordinates. On click of this, these are xy coordinates. So from a particular graph, from a specific image, we will be able to extract data. This is covered under data extraction. After that, we go for further implementation. For example, this particular research based graph, if I have taken from a research paper, then I can match with my results. Okay, so for example, some particular graph I want to take. Okay, choose an image. Okay, no, so for example, some screenshot you have taken from a research paper. and that particular screenshot of a graph from a research paper you want to digitize, you want to convert to xy coordinates. For example, this one I have uploaded, you can see that whatever screenshot I have taken from internet or from research paper, now I want to use it. Okay, so you can see that which coordinates I want to extract. So you can see this one, this is known as web digitizer. So all of these tools you should know as a researcher. So as soon as I am clicking, you can see that at left hand side this xy value, this particular xy table is getting updated. I want to take this one. Okay, so you can see, you see here at this particular point, I'm repeating this point so that you will be able to see this very carefully. So currently I'm uploading one image, one graph image. This is my graph. For example, I have taken from a research paper. Now this xy is empty. Currently this xy is empty, you can see I'm highlighting this part. This one xy is currently empty, there is nothing. Now I want to convert, I want to take xy values from this particular graph. So as soon as I will click, okay, you can see that on click this particular xy is getting updated at bottom left. This one, bottom left, this one. So this is known as graph digitization or graph data extraction. So these techniques are very very useful as a researcher. You can see that this particular data table is ready. Now copy to clipboard. Okay, now I can take this particular data in my excel sheet or in my word. Okay, I can match whether these results are accurate or not, whether this particular output is fine quality or not. Okay, so in this way, in same way, any other example, for example, graph result research paper. Okay, just for demonstration I'm taking one more part. Okay, because these techniques are very less used. Okay, so as a researcher we should be having knowledge of these tools. For example, this one is the output from a research paper. Okay, now I want to take xy values, and after that, and on these xy values I want to implement machine learning. Okay, so this is a screenshot too. I'm repeating my point. I want to take this particular graph. From this graph I want to fetch values, and on those values I want to train a machine learning model, or on those values I want to perform clustering, and that clustering I want to compare with my clustering. For example, my work is related to clustering, but this particular graph is not meant for clustering. Okay, I want to convert it in a particular format. So obviously to form cluster of this particular graph, I should be having xy coordinate, but there are no xy coordinate. If manually I will see, it will take lots of time and it will not be accurate. So because this is one image, now what I will do, I will simply come to my digitizer. Lots of tools available, not only this. I will upload my image, whatever screenshot I have taken. This is the screenshot I have taken from researchgate or whatever it is. Okay, so you can see this one. Either I will click on run. On click of run, you can see that automatically this particular data is extracted in xy coordinates. Okay, I want to see which particular values. For example, this specific value or this particular value, add these data points I can add in my data table. Okay, this one, run. Or what we can do, we can go for individual lines. Choose one image. Okay, this one. Now I want to take only this blue line. I want to take values of only this particular blue line. So click, you can see that what I'm doing, clicking on blue line. As soon as I'm clicking on different segments in blue line, the xy coordinates are getting ready at bottom left. You can see that this data table is ready. Now I want to take data values from this red line, from this green line, okay, or this one. So you can use this particular tool, online tool, no need to install anything, Stary Digitizer and lots of other tools available. Graph Reader is also given. So these links I have given in my presentation so that you will be able to work with it. So this is Graph Reader. Okay, Graph Reader. Simply choose your image. Which image I want to take? This is my image. Go. Now I will go for digitization. This one. Now you can see that these points I want to fetch. For example, up to this point I want to take generate curve, and you can see that at bottom I will get the data set generate curve. As soon as I will click on generate curve, you will see this particular data table will be ready. Inserted fixed points, sampled curve. So this particular graph, this image will be converted to data table. You can use graph reader, you can use steady digitizer, and beyond these also lots of other tools available, lots of other platforms available. This one, graph to table. This one is next tool, graph to table. Any particular data table you can take, and you can see that. So as soon as I have uploaded, you can see that XY coordinates are fetched automatically. Now download CSV, which is my file. Which file I have taken? This is the file, okay, or this particular file. Any number of images you will be able to upload. Any number of documents you will be able to upload. So whether you want to take data from images or you want to take data from PDF file, we should know how to extract data effectively for our research work. Okay, so these three tools you can use.